You know, with the fact they got a new lamp, as seen right over here, would be as some sort of indicator as to light up the darkness in my world. Not gonna lie, yesterday was a pretty terrible day. I had to go back to the emergency room again. I cut my thumb pretty bad. Finally got myself a mandolin slicer. Hey, it works. Yeah. And oh yeah. Time to go over all my NFL Sunday picks, or in this case, another episode of How Many Times Was I Possibly Wrong? Oh boy. It is going to be that kind of week, isn't it? Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so, right off the bat, I was actually right in the beginning. I was right about the Giants winning yesterday's game, which is awesome. I'm glad I was. Let's see, and then there's the Chiefs. I was definitely right about the Chiefs. That was really good. And now we get into the Falcons-Titans game. What is up with the Titans and just not showing up when they ought to win, but they totally show up when they shouldn't? Or I don't know if it's the Titans being good or if it's the Falcons being bad, but yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened. Oh, well, I do like the Tennessee Titans, but, didn't expect them to win. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is actually one instance where I'm happy I was wrong because, the Browns were in a must-win situation, and they won. That's pretty cool. I'm really glad I was right about the Browns. Wrong about it. Here's the thing. Yeah, I am wrong about the Ravens because I thought the Ravens were going to win. But, the Browns stepped up to the plate, stepped up to the challenge, and, they did it. That's pretty cool. It's commendable, to say the least. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I said the Raiders yesterday had talent. I think they had enough talent to at least beat the Colts, though. The Raiders end up winning 31-24. I'm looking at the scores right now. And, what is going on? Are we living in a topsy-turvy universe where, I should be wrong more often than I'm right or something? I don't know. It's crazy. It is unbelievable, if you will. Now, this is one game I was right about, but in a way I am sort of disappointed that I was right, and that's the Patriots-Bills game. Look, I said this yesterday. As long as Tom Brady's in commission, the Patriots are going to win that division. And I still see a wild card spot in Buffalo's future, and honestly, after that game, I more than think it's possible for the Bills to get a wild card, because the Bills only lost to the Patriots 16-10. It's not bad. It's actually pretty solid overall when all things considered. So, yeah. Yes, the Patriots did win, and I was right about that, but the Bills ended up doing pretty well. Very impressive. Let's see. Another game I ended up being wrong about was the Panthers and the Texans. Seriously, what is up with, again, teams that honestly shouldn't win are winning. Again, topsy-turvy universe. I don't know what's going on. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's see. Another game that I was correct about was the Chargers and the Dolphins. Yeah. Again, all I had to say was Chargers, and everybody would immediately know exactly who their opponent was. The Dolphins are terrible. Let's be honest. the last thing I ever want for any team, even if it's the Eagles, is to go 0-16. And so, I hope the Dolphins don't go 0-16, but it is really looking like it's going to be the case. I mean, they really must want Tua, which I wouldn't blame him. Tua's actually playing really well right now. In fact, he's actually the front runner for winning the Heisman Trophy this year so far in the NCAA. So that's going to be really cool. Although, personally, my money's on Jalen Hurts of Oklahoma. I'd like to see Oklahoma get 3 in a row. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay. Where did Tampa Bay come from? Seriously, where did Tampa Bay come from? And with a score like 55-40, where on earth was the defense? Anywhere in that game. Did Jameis Winston have some sort of epiphany? Oh, right. I forgot the new head coach in Tampa Bay is Bruce Arians, who's known as the quarterback whisperer. So, yeah. Maybe that's probably what ended up happening. Unbelievable, though, still. Okay. Now we get into a few more that I actually was right about. I was right about, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I mean, yeah, again, I'm a Kyler Murray fan, and so I'm going to secretly root for the Cardinals, even though whether I pick the Cardinals to win or not. So, yeah, sorry, Cardinals fans. This was a game that was too easy to call. I had to pick the Seahawks for that game. Another game that was easy to call, the Seahawks and Bears. See, I'm wearing a Bears jersey. Yeah, $84 million for Kirk Cousins, huh? Yeah, the Vikings are one game I am not worried about at all. I mean, Kirk Cousins is 0-4 against the Dallas Cowboys, and I know for a fact it's not going to be different here. Not even in the slightest. And finally, before we get to that game, the Jaguars and the Broncos, I ended up being right about. And I'm glad I was right about. Although the Jaguars beating the Broncos, where have I seen that before? Yeah, see, if you don't know, in the 1997 playoff round, the Broncos were the contenders to go all the way to the Super Bowl, and they lost to the Jaguars in the wild card, divisional round or something, which is a team that, by all accounts, they never should have lost to. That's where the joke comes from. Now I have to get to that game, don't I? Okay. Now, keep in mind, I don't have cable. I didn't even see the game. I mean, I was at the hospital last night, so I did sort of see, some of the game. Or was paying attention to some of the highlights. And, I went to bed, woke up a little after midnight, just to see if there was any difference in the score. I mean, by that point, the game was already over anyway. And I saw the score was 12-10 in favor of the Saints. So, yes, I ended up being wrong. At first glance, I'm thinking, okay, if we can't beat the Saints when Drew Brees is not under center, forget not going to the Super Bowl, we don't deserve to go to the playoffs at first glance. However, I did sort of take it as a grain of salt, and I ended up watching the highlights. And at the very least, it came down to the fact that we did have the ball at the very end, and we actually did try and score. In fact, it came down to a Hail Mary, which I can actually find respectable for us. I mean, I still think we should have won. I mean, let's be honest, the Saints are nothing without Drew Brees, and we just got very unlucky. Of course. So, I really hope Dallas wakes up with a fire in their belly against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in a couple days. Actually, about a week from now. Because we can beat the Packers. You know, that is a game we can win. Because the Packers, I know for a fact, are on the decline. And I really think we can make stuff happen. So, even though I'm sad we lost, I'm okay with the fact that, you know, at least we had the ball at the end. We tried to do something. We fought to the bitter end. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm bummed, but I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, I'm not really okay with the fact I really cut my finger last night. They had to put the glue on it, whatever. It really was that bad. Not gonna lie. So yeah, not really feeling in the greatest of moods today. Huh. Obviously, I had to go to bed really late last night too. So, with that said, how about I get into the last pick for this week, which will be the Bengals and the Steelers. Now, while even with Ben Roethlisberger out, it really is easy for me to pick the Steelers over the Bengals. But with Ben Roethlisberger out, it should still be a rather good game. So I will be picking the Steelers over the Bengals, but I am overall expecting a very good game in the end, which, you know, should be fun. Should be quite interesting, to say the least. So yeah, that's the one lone pick I have for the day, which means, you know, I don't need to wear this anymore, at least for now. Yeah. And while I'm at it, I guess I can't really ignore the elephant in the room either. Yep. I want to say, I know there's a better word than anxious for this, but I can't really think of anything. I guess I really am excited for the fact that my 10-year reunion Trinity Pauling is this week. And, you know, I can't wait. You know, waiting in anticipation. You know, it's not going to be until this weekend. So, you know, I think I'm going to do what I normally do and just sort of stay in the moment. You know, the weekend will come soon enough. It will. I will be able to see my brothers again. I will definitely be on campus again. And yes, I'll definitely be doing, you know, quite a few video-related stuff while I am at the land of the blue and gold. Or, actually, the uniform, the technical standard uniform there is blue and gray, but I'll get into more on that a little bit later. And the question is, how am I going to do it at Trinity Pauling? I don't know. I mean, my initial thought was going to be to simply, you know, go to Trinity Pauling, go to, you know, here's the thing. I don't really know what the hotel, I don't quite know what my hotel arrangements are yet. So on the one hand, you know, I really want to go up Thursday night, but I don't want to have to pay for an extra night. I want to go, but so that would mean I have to get up very early Friday to get there, to do a video early that morning up there. I really don't know what I'm going to do. It'll definitely be fun though. But, you know, for whatever reason, needless to say, in a couple days, if you don't see me sitting on my very comfortable couch behind me, you'll know exactly where I'm at. So like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn those notifications on YouTube. I'm very humble. I made this video for all of you guys to watch. Enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, your channel is going to be here to lend an ear. Always, everybody, take care and make good choices.